behind the wheel.
Jody Tripp dives to the bottom of the racetrack as the green flag comes out, and we're underway. 3 wide racing right off the bat. Charlie Rose to the outside, put the number 41 Ford into the first spot.
Toucan tucks in line after a little squirrely run in the first turn. Bowser and putting pressure on the outside, and Jody Tripp also fending for third place at this point. And Cavallero, of course, always hungry for another position.
Cavallero getting a little bump from Jason Haro there as they come through 3 and 4, still sorting things out. Their first green flag laps, and some of these trucks have not made any of the preseason test starts, so it is their first time on the racetrack, and for some of these drivers, their first time in competition. Guys like Jody Tripp, who his experience has all been on dirt.
Tripp takes the second place position away from Zach Toucan on the inside lane. Now the groove opens up, pops through Hugh Bowser and make an attempt down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Will fend for the third position. They're wheel to wheel coming off of turn 4. Bowser will take the third place spot. Going into turn number 1, and Cavallero looking to fill the hole. Toucan having a little trouble on the outside, battling for position as we get the cross flags at halfway.
5 down, 5 to go. Charlie Rose out in front. Jody Tripp running strong in second, the second generation driver. He's been running up at Whip City out in western Massachusetts, running on dirt. He's on asphalt for the first time. That was the truck that Zach Toucan drove last season. It's up to second. Hugh Bowser third, with Cavallero coming on strong in the outside lane.
Cavallero now making the charge, looking for the outside groove on Bowser for the third place position. Going to turn 3. Slowly progressing on the outside here. See if he's able to fend him off going into turn 1.
That's the battle on the racetrack right now. It's third. Hugh Bowser to the inside. He's a former DAV race winner in the Formula 4 class, with Mike Cavallero to the outside as 2 laps to go this time by.
Still battling it out here. Haven't quite decided which one wants to be first off of the turn number 2. Looks like Cavallero will take the position going into turn number 3. And they get the white flag for Charlie Rose Jr.
How could he miss it? I think I see about 6 of them down there. Some smoke coming from the 96 of Jason Haro as he crosses the line. Final time by for Charlie Rose. Checkered flag in the air. Timmy Bolduc weighs it. Charlie Rose takes it.
Tripp second. Cavallero third. Bowser fourth. Zach Toucan and Haro a little swirly off of 4, but they're probably happy to get this one in the books.
So Charlie Rose goes to the head of the class. He takes the win in heat number 1, followed by the third. And Ed Gannon with that number 10. That was the number 91 that Teddy Barabee drove last year. Good to see Ed Gannon back. He's been away for a few years, and he's back in action with us in 2008. Green flag down. We're underway.
Gannon and Clark already battling for the second position. Off turn 4, and Gannon will take the runner-up position with the blue and neon number 10.
Ed Gannon, 39 years old, out of Fall River, Mass. 11 career wins here at the Seekonk Speedway. He was our Rookie of the Year in the late in 1990.
Rick Martin starting to move up through the pack down the back straightaway here. Already gained 2 positions, and Billy Clark taking the outside groove in his attempt here on the third mile. Looks like Gannon and Prisco started to break away from the field. And let's see, it looks like Rick's starting to put pressure on Clark for third place.
Yep, Billy, of course, he's getting used to these Hoosier tires like all the other drivers, first time on those, but Billy Prisco out in front. He's had a good run here. Ed Gannon on his tail. Rick Martin takes third away from Billy Clark as Billy's a little squirrely coming through turn 2. 5 laps in the book this time by. Billy Prisco leads the way.
Yeah, top 3 have gotten the single file, but I'm not sure if Rick Martin's happy run for third. He might want even more. Looking like going after Gannon here for second place into turn 3.
Rick Martin has looked good in all of the preseason testing. He puts that Toyota right up on the back bumper of Ed Gannon's machine, and we've got something new, V8, and that is.
And now Coming to 2 to go. The popsicle sticks are up. Rip Martin putting the pressure on the outside now, trying to get past Gannon for third. You see he's going through 1 and 2 now. Looks like Gannon and Martin haven't quite settled their feud yet going into turn 3. Briscoe still holds the point, but 1 lap to go. Will Martin have enough time to get by him?
Final time around, Rick Martin to the outside of Ed Gannon, and he's had the second spot as they cross the line that time by. Coming down the backstretch for the final time, Gannon surrenders the spot to Radical Rick as they come through 3 and 4 for the final time, nose to tail. Billy Briscoe, Rick Martin, Ed Gannon will be the top 3.
Billy Clark spins and up in turn 2. Able to get the truck back running again. No caution now as of yet.
And start for Jody Tripp in the number 38. A little hesitant, and boy, they just ate him up alive in that number 38 truck. Rick Martin has the lead. Kevin Casper, the 88 of Billy Briscoe with the Phil's Propane colors. He's in second with Mike Cavallaro alongside Jody Tripp now into fourth. Hugh Bowser and Charlie Rose battling for position number 5.
Cavallaro able to get the advantage going into turn number 3 against Briscoe, your reigning champion now. Up in the second at the line. And Charlie Rose Jr. on the outside of Joey Tripp. Going through the back straightaway now on the outside. Let's see what he can make a move or get into 4th position.
When was the last time you saw Rick Martin start on the pole in any type of race? It's been some time since that's happened, but kind of exciting for that number 14 truck. They've done a lot of work on that Toyota this season, and it's paying off tonight.
It sure is, and definitely going here, but normally part of the fun of watching him is him come through the field. He doesn't have to worry about that, at least for now.
At least for now, but Mike Cavallaro has been closing ever so. He's been closing slowly and but steadily. Lap traffic now. Billy Clark goes to the high side. He will go 1 lap down.
Charlie Rose now starting to put pressure on the position. Looking inside him, getting off the turn 4. And looks like he's able to get door to door and passes him inside down the back straightaway. Up into 4th position. Bowser now right on the bumper of Tripp for the spot. Let's see if Tripp can hold him off along with Ed Gannon there as well. Looking for the position on Bowser at the moment. The top 2 have broken away from the field. A little bit of smoke off of Bowser's machine off of turn 4 as Gannon looks to the outside for the position.
Halfway this time by, Billy Clark takes his truck into the pit area, and if I know Billy, he says, you know what, I'm a lap down, I'm not wasting these tires, I'm going to put this thing in the pit area. But Radical Rick Martin, 58 years of age, looking for a career Seekonk win at number 59. He's only had 2 wins that were not behind the wheel of a pro stock at the Seekonk Speedway. He, of course, is our most winningest driver in the top tier division, and he is poised to take down his first checker in the sport trucks. But boy, Cavallaro is fast. He is coming, and Charlie Rose has closed in on the 88 of Billy Briscoe.
Yes, Rose putting plenty of pressure on Briscoe for the position now. Looks to the outside of him down the back straightaway. Checks back in line for the moment. And looks like he's trying the inside groove. Briscoe a little sideways loose, and he's got a nose on him. Going into 1, let's see what he can do. They're side by side. Briscoe has the edge for the moment.
Rose trying that inside lane on Briscoe. If Billy leaves the bottom of the racetrack open, Charlie's going to take advantage of that. The 3-time Star Speedway Pro Stock champion tries it that time. Nothing doing. 5 laps to go this time by. Rick Martin and Mike Cavallaro closing in on lap traffic. We've got the number 96 of Jason Haro and the number 77 of Lenny Guy in his pathway, and they are side by side. They're going to have to move up the racetrack. Somebody's going to have to give here because Radical Rick is coming fast.
Yes, Rick having to deal with that traffic. Bottom of 3 wide now to get past the 96 of Haro. Cavallaro also able to make the move and easily get by, but he also closes in that deficit now. The gap is closing, but will he run out of time to do it?
Well, Mike did not have to wait as long as Rick did to get his way around those lap trucks. And now Rick opens up about one truck length and a half with 2 laps to go. Cavallaro is closing. Brian Murray comes down into the middle of the racetrack. Rick is glued to the bottom with 2 circuits to go.
Also, meanwhile, while they're doing that, Rose now gets side by side, even with Prisco down the back straightaway, edges him down to 1 as Martin takes the white flag. Rick Martin now, Cavallaro, your top 2. Charlie Rose edging Prisco at the line, but those two are still in hard-fought action. Caution flag is out.
Yeah, Zach Toucan goes around in turn number 4, and instead of coming to the checkered flag, it is going to be a green-white checker finish between Radical Rick Martin and Mike Cavallaro. Now, these two have done this before in the Pro Stock division. I can remember Mike Cavallaro leading a good portion of the race. Late race caution comes out. Safety lights are out. It'll be green-white checker. Rick Martin and Mike Cavallaro. Green flag is down. We're underway. Rick takes Mike to the high side. Here comes Cavallaro in the outside lane. He shoots to the outside, and they're side by side coming through turns 3 and 4. It's Cavallaro at the white flag.
They're not done yet with that. Prisco also making his presence known against Rose right behind them. So double file all the way back to about 6th position. Martin now to the inside, barely trying to edge out Cavallaro. Will the V8 power work against the V4? Checkered flag. I think Cavallaro might have not hit the line.
Takes the win. Mike Cavallaro comes across the line with the feature win. 0.067 seconds, 67 1/1000ths of a second. Mike Cavallaro takes down the win. Cavallaro sits in victory lane, and we'll send it down to Nick Tato, who will speak to our feature winner.
Certainly was the night of close finishes here thus far at Seekonk Speedway, and Mike Cavallaro was certainly no exception to that. As we mentioned, this was probably one of the best battles we've had in a while here at the track. And up and out of the number 80 Body Talk Auto and Cycles truck, Mike Cavallaro. Mike, a fantastic run, trying to chase down Rick. One last restart, you capitalized on the restart. Hard battle, you nipped him at the line by just an inch. It was incredible.
Yes, that was a very close race. If it was unfortunate for Rick. If that yellow didn't come out, it was his race to win. I couldn't really catch him, and if I did, I probably couldn't pass him, so that yellow was a big benefit to me. And those last 2 laps definitely were the hottest laps I ever raced in years with this truck.
And you guys have certainly had a new change with the Hoosier tires. How did that change your strategy or how you could drive the truck from what you learned in the preseason practice?
Well, we haven't changed a whole lot. The truck adapted real well to these new tires, and obviously they're a lot faster. Everybody in the division has picked up some speed, and we got 2 ex-Pro Stock people running with me this year, and the competition is going to be tough.
Well, with the competition, you certainly had about as tough a compare as it's going to be with Rick Martin, but you certainly have proven yourself quite astute with these trucks lately with dominant wins. You start off the season. Is this a great way to start, but looking towards breaking Ray Sulier's record? What do you think about that?
Definitely.
There we go. Well, there you have it, folks, from Mike Cavallaro, the defending champion, looking to repeat again this season. and an excellent victory for him this tonight. Mike, just one last thing. Any sponsor you'd like to thank for the win? I know that there's a lot of people involved to make this thing work.
Yes, obviously, I got to thank my crew who worked hard on the car, the truck to get it ready. Checker Cab in Providence, Gateway Auto Sales, Signs by Tomorrow, Sanford & Son Auto Parts, and Body Talk Auto. I think I got them all now.
Okay, excellent.
Right,
Well, thanks, Mike. Congratulations on the victory. There you have it. Back up to Todd in the tower.
All right, thanks, Nick. Thanks, Mike, and congratulations to the entire number 80 team on their feature win tonight. Rick Martin finished in second spot, 61 one-thousandths of a second. Rick also turned the fastest lap of the race, 14.522 seconds. That's 82.55 miles per hour. Charlie Rose was third, Billy Prisco fourth, Jody Tripp fifth. Hugh Bowser finished in sixth position. Ed Gannon, the third, was seventh. Brian Murray, eighth. Zach Toucan, ninth. Lenny Guy was 10th, one lap down. Jason Haro was 11th. And Billy Clark finished in 12th position.